Hello, we are solving another puzzle. Today we are looking at the level 5 H&H puzzle. That is a level 5 out of a possible 6, so we are towards the tougher end. Hopefully we can get it done today. I don't want to say hopefully very quickly, because the challenge is the appealing part of solving puzzles. If you could do them all in 2 minutes, then it wouldn't be as enjoyable as it is. So let's hope it's tough, but not too tough. So here it is, the H&H puzzle. Now, when I saw it on the box here, I actually thought that these two bits would be sort of like these two bits were connected and these two bits were connected, but it's not. It's actually cross. So it isn't what I expected, but this is a cool looking puzzle. I like this. Initial things, we've got very little movement. Oh, tell a lie, I tell a lie. So we were there, thought there was a little movement, but we can come all the way down here. So a lot of the key that I've found to solving these sorts of puzzles is, first of all, figuring out, or not first of all, but figuring out how they open and then trying to get to that point, rather than just sort of playing around with it and seeing what happens. Now, from the looks of it, it's fairly obvious that is going to be the first step. Level 5s and level 6s that we've done so far seem to have steps to solving them, whereas like the level 4s and under tend to be get it in one position and then you can get it open from there. So seems like that is step number 1. We don't seem to have much movement after this first step. Okay, so it spins using these grooves in here. Now, if that is the case, then surely. So that must mean that gap there, I think what's stopping this from going around is the space in here and in here, and it's not sliding through that gap. So now we're here, where can we go? So far I feel like I've made a lot of progress, but I'm skeptical because it was quite easy to get here. Just that and that, there to there. I feel like the fact that I can get over that bit seems like a good thing. Okay, so I feel like if we were if this was this way around, we would probably be able to get it apart because of the grooves in there and there. So the first feeling is, right, if we get this twisted, we're probably in a good position. Now, how can we get that to twist? It's hard to figure out what's stopping certain movements. Seeing what movement we've got sort of halfway through those apparent transitions. Is there anywhere else we can go from this first position? We can't, seemingly can't go the other way. Pretty sure there's nowhere else we can go from this original position. Feels like such an unlock. That's a really nice click in there. So is there anywhere else we can go from here? No is the answer to that right now. Just glancing at the box, it always gives you like some sort of description at the bottom or on the back of each puzzle. So it says, just as the name suggests, this puzzle shaped like the letter H is made of 2 pieces entwined together. At a glance, the pieces that make up the puzzle may appear to be of the exact same shape, but they actually differ slightly. The movement of the pieces is very tricky, so you also need to be careful that your memory does not play tricks on you. Not much to remember so far. We've gone from here to here. When you think that there's only 2 pieces to this puzzle, it makes you think that surely there can't be that many possibilities in movements. So I'm just sort of going around, seeing if we've got any movement in any direction. So this gap here is too small for those bits, for these 2 bits to fit through. And it's also too small for those bits to fit through. So I don't get how this groove here, that bit in there, plays a part whatsoever. How can it possibly do that? It's gonna have to twist at some point. Like, we're gonna have to go to opposite sides. So how does that happen? I'm trying to work backwards at the minute. So I feel like a twist will be the last move. Gliding across those might be the second last move. What needs to happen before that? On the dot puzzle we did, the first big movement, I mean, the dot puzzle was a level 2 puzzle, so I mean, we're talking a much easier puzzle than this, but the key movement came halfway through what you thought was one of the full movements, if that makes sense. So if that's the full movement, the dot puzzle opened with a key move from this position, going from there to there. Oh my god, that's a good point. I've only been trying this way around here. I've not been... Oh god, what are we? 25 minutes in, and I'm a retard. Why have I not been trying, instead of sliding those over? Oh wait. Oh man, I think it's right when it says, what does it say? So you need to be careful that your memory does not play tricks on you. Now, I've been trying to keep the words, so on this piece here it says H&H there and Hanayama there. I've been trying to keep that sort of in the, or not the correct orientation, but a correct orientation the whole way. But maybe that's hindered me. So let's go the other way around. Ah, and we can flip that the whole way. Ah, and we're into here already. Wow, I feel like I've wasted 20 minutes of time. So, right, this is definitely further. This is a good thing. Okay, now we're getting somewhere. So now we can twist through there. Ooh, can we come? So we can't quite fit there. That bit doesn't fit through there, but it does fit through there. Can we come across all the way? Does it fit through there? Oh no. Yeah, this is going to be tough putting it apart. So now we're going to flip that way. We can go that way. Oh, and we can go that way as well. Oh no. Yeah, I thought this was going to be easy at one point, but it's not. It's definitely not. This is brilliant. So, yeah, see now I've lost where I was. Right, I'm completely lost in what is progress now and what is not progress. So, oh no, we're everywhere right now. We're all over the place. We can twist here. So now the problem I have is not knowing whether a move is progress or whether a move is going backwards. Feels like they should just come apart here. So I guess it's going to be figuring out which orientation it opens in, as in those two bits don't fit. They don't fit that way, they don't fit that way. Right, which two bits and which way around do they have to be for this to open? Now I could potentially try and figure it out, or I could just try every possible way I can think of. Now, a lot of this is going to be remembering, yeah, as the box says. I guess the box is never going to lie to me. Remembering which way around each thing is. Now there's writing on this one to make that easier to sort of to figure out. But on this one it's not to figure out, to remember. But on this one there's absolutely nothing. Can't figure out how you flip these over. Like, if you're watching this just frustrated at, just do this move, then this move, then this move, and they're upside down, I apologise for you. Yeah, I think that's done it. Has that done it? So I think that might have flipped it round. Right, so now I'm a bit more familiar with the puzzle. It's always funny what you see after you've sort of got used to it for a while. I started off looking at this thinking, yeah, they're exactly the same, those bits. So here you've got almost like a rotated version of each other. Here you've got the same. So those two things are on the outside right now. If I get the other two onto the outside somehow. Now these two are a mirror image of each other. And these two are completely different. Now to me, it looks like this one and this one are going to be the ones that have to be lined up. Let's try and work it so that this one and this one are sort of in this position, which I think they were before I was trying to show you that thing then. Huh. We've done it. Oh wow, I was just playing around trying to find loads of different things. We've done it. Under an hour. That's about 55 minutes I think in total. Getting it back together is going to be tough, but we did it. We solved the level 5 puzzle. The H&H puzzle conquered. Yes. So now let's put it back together. Yay! We did it! We got it open and we got it back together again. Job done. Going into this one, I actually didn't expect it to be as difficult as it was. Now, I didn't think that because I'm big-headed. I thought that because there's only 2 pieces to it. Now, most of the high-level puzzles that we've done, the tougher ones that we've done, have three pieces, about 6 pieces for the cylinder one. Padlock's got 4 pieces, the dial's got 4 pieces. So generally speaking, I guess it would make sense that the more pieces, the more complicated you would expect it to be. And I went into this puzzle thinking that there's only 2 pieces, it should be simple. However, that was not the case. The genius that goes into the design of these, the grooves, how it only opens in one specific spot, it's incredible. It really is impressive how people design this. Oscar van de Venter, I've butchered your name, I apologise, but you are a genius. How you make 2 pieces of metal work like this together is incredible. And just something as simple as a little click into place at the start is brilliant, absolutely brilliant. Took us about 50 to 55 minutes to get it open. 25 minutes of that, I made absolutely no progress whatsoever. I've fallen into the trap a couple of times of getting into a certain position and then convincing myself, right, yeah, this is right, it must go forwards from here. Whereas what I needed to do was take a step back. Don't be worried about losing the progress that you've made because you've got there already. Sometimes it's just better to take 1 step back so that you can take 2 steps forward. I keep sort of going with tunnel vision and convincing myself that this is the place where it comes apart or it progresses from here. And that's hurt us in getting to the solutions. Now, where does it rank? Where does the H&H puzzle rank on our difficulty scale? We'll start from the bottom, we'll work our way up. Definitely harder than the loop, harder than the news, harder than the dot, harder than the cake, harder than the delta, the donuts. Is it harder than the nutcase? Now the nutcase is a level 6, this is level 5, so the nutcase should be harder. However, I think this one's tougher. I think it's tougher than the nutcase. So is it harder than the dial? Is it harder than the dial? I think it is. I think the variety of movements you've got with this and the fact that it's like it says on the box, it's almost impossible to track where you've been, where you're going, whether you're going backwards, whether you're going forwards. I think the blindness of this actually does make it harder than the dial, whereas with the dial, as soon as you make some progress, you know what future progress looks like and you know whether you're going back and whether you're going forwards. So, it's harder than the dial. Is it harder than the level 5 padlock puzzle? I don't think it is. I don't think it is. I think the padlock, it was the first one that we did, but I think the padlock is tougher than this one. So there we go. It's gonna sit between the padlock and the dial, just in there. So there it is. The H&H puzzle is the 13th puzzle that we've solved. Unlucky for some, not unlucky for me. That's it. Thank you very much for being here. If you want to see some more puzzle solving, click those videos just over there. Click my face just here to subscribe. Click like, comment, call me names, do whatever you want. See you later. Peace.